Hey guys, Crewman here, and in this video I'm going to build my first Ryzen 9 CPU mining rig. Thanks to Deepcool for donating this AK620 digital for the build, Zach at 3D Printmaster for the frame. I'll have links to both of these down below, and Micro Center, which did not sponsor this video, but they have an amazing combo deal, and I think with signing up for the credit card and getting the 10% off, gave me this whole thing for $540 after tax. We're talking the 7900X, the RAM, which is 32 gigabytes of 6000 DDR5, and the Strix B550E motherboard, which is a pretty solid motherboard. I use it on my 5800X 3D. Big thanks, like I said, to Deepcool and 3D Printmaster for supplying those parts. I am also using a 750 watt power supply. I have quite a few of these left over from when I took my CPU mining rigs from open air frames to mining rigs or server cases. And I kept probably like 5 or 6 of the lower wattage ones just so I could use them for CPU mining. And we're going to use a random SSD that I still have from those days as well. So without further ado, let's go into building this. So here you can see the finished build in my test area. One of the things I really like is the Deepcool AK620 digital shows the temperature reading. You can see that we're using 3D Printmaster stand. Zach donated it. It has to have the cooler upside down to keep it angled. You see that right there. And you can see that it's hashing and working. Now I'm hashing away in Windows. I like to use Windows on the newer Ryzens, the latest generation, because it has onboard graphics, and I have not gotten the Deepcool display figured out on Linux yet. We're close, so fingers crossed on that. But I really like the fact that you can see the temperature right there. It just makes it easier to look at. And I'm very happy with this build. It looks great. It is undervolted. I used Ryzen Master. Ryzen Master is actually easier than undervolting in the BIOS, in my humble opinion. And the overclock settings I used, I've had them stable for about 24 hours as of filming this video. I had to play with them a little bit, but that's what you have to do. Again, I do prefer this in Windows only because it has the onboard graphics and it's 3 programs. It's the Deepcool app, it's Ryzen Master, and it's the miner, and that's it. Okay, so you can see I finally moved it into the shed. I had to put it on a different shelf as I needed to find power. You can see, like I said, the reason I love that Deepcool digital cooler, besides the fact that it keeps everything cool, is I can just walk by and I can see the temperatures. It just makes life so much more convenient. And I have it hooked up to the monitor up there just to make sure everything's hashing, and I don't see any issues. So it looks like it's done and it's set up. This is my first Ryzen AM5 socket miner, and I'm pretty excited about it. I may get 1 or 2 more. We'll see. So now that you've seen it set up And you can actually see why I want all digital coolers, just because it's just so much more convenient to see the temperature. Let me explain to you how much I paid for this thing and how much it's going to make per day and why I ended up buying it. All right, so how profitable is this thing? Well, let's type it into Rabbit's calculator because I don't really like any of the other ones. Obviously, none of this is perfect, so you kind of just input that. This is the numbers that I got, and this is about the watts. I didn't measure it at the wall exactly. I probably should have, but I have a meter, so I kind of took the reading before I plugged it in and the reading after I plugged it in. So it's ish, let's just say. And obviously, this thing isn't even perfect anyway. So you can see I make about $1.42 ish right now. Obviously, that all changes. And you can see how much it cost me. The bundle was actually about $540 total after tax. The PSU, let's just value it at $60. The AK620 is about $80. Now you can use code CRUITMAN for 10% off, and I'll link it down below. And 3D Printmaster stand that Zach sells is about $10. So you're looking at a total of about $690. If you compare that to an RTX 4070 Ti Super, they're about $800 before tax. This was $690. Obviously the cooler might cost a little more after tax, but you get the idea. That I would say this is probably pretty accurate. 4070 Ti Super on What to Mine shows about $67 or 67 cents a day, and on Rabbids this is about $1. Zephyr's about $1.09, not $1.42. That sounds more accurate. I was like, that sounded a little high at first. So you can see it makes about 40 cents more. Now and it costs about $110 less, which is why I like CPU mining. And one day you can use that whole rig as the basis of a PC should you choose to. So just a little insight on why I bought this. I'm probably going to try to get one or two more of these. I really, really like CPU mining, and I think it's good to diversify your mining farm. So thanks again for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe for more CPU, GPU, and PC gaming content. CRUITMAN out.